They used to call Norwalk, Connecticut, Oyster Town, USA.
Norwalk was like one of the oyster capitals of the world.
In the 1800s, these waters fed a nation, with schooners hauling Norwalk's prized oysters down the coast and into history.
So oystering seemed to have started around the 1850s, 1860s for colonial settler people. But of course, the native people had been fishing for oysters and lobsters and all the fish in the Sound for thousands of years.
Today, that legacy lives on through Norm Bloom and Son and their prized Cops Island Oysters, a multi-generational family business rooted as deeply as the shells beneath the Sound.
We're going to run out to one of our grounds.
Oystering is precise and patient work.
We'll do about three trips a day. We'll have up to 12 hoppers on the boat.
Boats push off the dock of the East Norwalk business and hum across the water for about 20 minutes. They're heading to carefully mapped out plots on the ocean floor. Owner Norm Bloom says it's very similar to farming.
It's like a checkerboard. I got to keep moving them down the board until they get big enough we can start to sell it.
The specially made rake-like tools don't just turn up oysters, it's everything. Mud, shells, life. Filling those hoppers, as Bloom calls them, all the way up to the top. Back on land, the rhythm shifts. Hands sort with purpose. Market-ready oysters in one direction, shells in the other.
So I have roughly around 12 people in there picking around the hoppers for sorting, getting the shells.
Because those shells, they're not waste. They're the future.
Everything has a value.
Shells are dried and returned to the water, creating the foundation for new oysters to grow.
The shells are important because we need a dry substrate to put down on the bottom, so when the oysters spawn, there's no slime or growth on it.
It takes about 3 years for an oyster to grow to something you'll see on your dinner plate.
As they grow, they get bigger, they take up more volume.
And some of those oysters will be sold just steps away from the dock at the Oysterman's Daughter, just 70 cents a piece. Others will travel far beyond Norwalk, shipped across the country and around the world. Just beyond the daily flow of Cops Island oysters sits vacant land that's quiet, massive, and waiting.
The Manresa power plant is, I think, one of the worst examples of environmental injustice done to a community, where we had that, coal burning plant for so many years.
A decommissioned power plant looms along the shoreline, a relic of a different era and a landmark every oyster boat knows well. For years, it has stood empty. Now, it's being reimagined.
The boiler building, which we picture as an amazing home for all of our partners like Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute, Maritime Aquarium, the Board of Education, Sacred Heart University, Wesleyan University.
The site on Manresa Island is being transformed into Manresa Wilds, a 125-acre public park. And that power plant building isn't going anywhere. The plan is to preserve it, repurpose it, and turn it into usable public space, something the community can step into and actually experience.
This site has not been accessed by the public in almost 75 years.
Phase 1 will open in 2027, but the project will not be mostly complete until 2034.
The first just got approved by local planning and zoning. It's what we're calling the Northern Forest. The Northern Forest is about 28 acres, contains a mile of trail systems and 3 separate openings.
But first comes the cleanup.
We have 13 areas of concern on this site, and each one of them has different types of contamination at different levels, and so that's the important work that we're doing with the state, is understanding what the level of contamination is and how best to deal with that in order to be able to create a safe site.
You've seen the before images as it stands now, industrial and cut off from the community. But the renderings, they tell a completely different story. Winding paths, open shorelines.
It's an island for all. It's open for everyone to use.
The same philosophy that drives the oyster farmers and their beds just offshore. Nothing is discarded, but reused and given new life.
And as you heard, there is some extensive cleanup that's happening at that power plant.
Right, the cleanup on Manresa Island is being funded actually by Austin and Allison McCord. They live in Norwalk. They also live in Cambridge, Massachusetts. They've pledged $400 million to that project to clean that area up. And as you saw from those renderings, it'll be a completely different place when they get it done. It'll be amazing.